Greetings, welcome back to Ministry Monday. This is Carlton Coon, and welcome you today. If you have not taken time to look at my new little booklet 10, which is given to new converts and kind of guides them through their first 10 days of being a believer, I am working on 3 additional booklets, and these will be part of a series, KISS, Keep It Simple Saints, and I have one in the works on tithing, and a couple of other topics. Looking forward to having those out and available for you in the near future. Okay, I want to talk to my friends today about some things that our pastors did not tell us about being a pastor. I had some of the finest men in my life as a youngster. When I was called of God, I went to my pastor, and this was E.W. Carlton, Thetis Tenney's father, and told him, and he and his wife, who was also a preacher, she was an outstanding evangelist, they gave guidance. But there are so many things that they didn't tell me about ministry and things that nobody taught me about being effective as a pastor. And I'm not going to get into all of the things that I could talk about, but just let me try to help some of our younger people today. The first thing that nobody told me, although I probably had picked up on this already, is that saints, these called out ones, are not always very saintly. That they can be difficult, they can be angry, they can be resentful, and they can gossip, they can be dishonest, they can be lacking in integrity. And it's important that we know as Christian leaders that we're dealing with real people, that there are going to be some that are living lives of hypocrisy. There are going to be people whose level of commitment comes and goes. Those are things that, while I saw it, I'm not sure that I really grasped the implications that this has for the spiritual leader. The second thing that nobody told me, and again, the context perhaps of the time that I was in, nobody really talked to us about leadership and how to be an influencer of other people. And sometimes leadership was almost presented as being that authoritative, domineering approach. And I don't see that at all in the Lord Jesus. I don't see it at all in the Apostle Paul. I see something very different than this iron-fisted. Now, I think we have to be men who have a backbone and not be pushed around. But I'm not going to beat up on people 2 or 3 times a week. In that context, the more things that I try to control, the fewer things I'm able to influence. Think about what I just said. You can only really micromanage a very, very few things. But if you'll put your attention on influencing key people who will replicate that, this is what Paul told Timothy to do. I want you to take what I have given you, and I want you to give it to other faithful men who will give it to other faithful men. And if I understand what I've read about the Greek text, it meant something that was to go on into perpetuity, that this sharing, this passing on. So influence, if I can influence the right people, then those right people are going to influence others. I can't control very many, but I can influence many. The third thing that nobody told me is that the word pastor on my little office door did not make me the leader in anybody's life. If you walk into a pastoral situation and say, bless God, I'm here and I'm the boss and I'm pastor, I'm running this thing, you're likely creating yourself a hard road. You have to win the trust and the confidence of the people. They don't know but what you're a wolf. talked about wolves a while back, and they come in sheep's clothing, and people are distrustful and they're not confident. So those are things that nobody really taught me about. And I'm sure that there are some others. As a matter of fact, I'll be dealing with at least one more in a coming week or so. Thanks for being part of Ministry Monday. Visit my website, christianchurchgrowth.com. God's blessings on you. Look forward to seeing you in the near future.